Emobo Ghana. It is Sikaso, or may you hear my. Then nam a memoir enquietino. A come there. Emobo Ghana.
Well, she has said the Ghana, a man of 4 edin dia go dear who fell. My name is a son of Hunwa, now the person yambo trepa, no videos we watch. The NDC a catcher Ghana for a better normal beba bemu. The NPP, the New Patriotic Party, so catcher Ghana for a brown beba bemu. Or what be years to do a more year Ghana for. The both political parties now 1992 since. Ebe pimi no body Ghana so I can say omo de Ghana the youth and the Ghana kasa di agro omo de e to pre me pese wo hwe video ba ebra na do dan kwa kufado ba ebra na omo ka tax wonsem se de no musi kasa John Dramani Mahama de no so ka wo de mo yenhwemra isia na de ye hunu sa na so hu atrewajo conversation go efamaye na eso sky channel ye hwemra ye ba ye videos bebrene ye pakegu e pese ni nyina no kasa fa ho ye hwemra.
Okay, say over 200 million transactions. Are we taxing mobile money because we have mobile money at Tuska?
Yeah.
No government revenue bill.
No, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is for me my view and that we should not tax mobile money because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that?
Emobo Ghana. It is Sikaso, or may you hear my. Then nam a memoir enquietino. A come there. Emobo Ghana. It is Sikaso, or may you hear my. Then nam a memoir enquietino. A come there. Emobo Ghana.
Eye bra na do dan kwa kufado me ye president. And also Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so na sa abre no e-levy omunyam pass. Oti asem omo kai. Okay. Yen hwe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so. Ono so asem o kai bra no o pa benya. No ye campaign pontoa. Ensem o kai ye e de kire Ghana fo nya ne mutidie eto abama. Oba yi sisi a wonim se 0.75%. Our mobile tier free is a transaction from bank to or mobile wallet. To say, when you buy or the e-levy, or the entity John Dramani Mahama so can ya. To say, oh, me no NPP and this no. I grew with the Ghana for the name. The son of who now they charge for conversation. Indian so Emra Sisia.
Tell me ye. A question brony oba. No, I say, or the Nisika a baby a Juma or West Africa. Osha Cote d'Ivoire eto omutia na Osha Ghana ejuma no de beko he o de beko Cote d'Ivoire if we say omo de omo to no form kra ezu enti ni aka say NDC o say yeso yete eto ni bi ko form say na be ya obi o pese obebi ejuma bia ono so beba Ghana bebie ama ye mabunu na nya ejuma ye ezu nesenti e-levy yeba yebetwem esu COVID levy COVID yare levy no yeba yebetwem esu 10% bed tax no yeba yebetwem
Awusia eba sensu a ubenya MPs ubenya appointees ubenya manfo be obe defend ebra na chese Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na nado mo yeso ye ba Ghana fo ho betomo yemfa obi mobile money kura no sika ketewa bi a wonya hiafo na seniska edru mra mo kaso mo di e-levy ba Ghana fo kem manfo kasa ho Stephen Amwa stika ono so kansem bi se omo na wa bagu ekwan bi on be fa so pass no be pass sabere no mo nya 2 million bi o tire o kan ye bi na ye wie nso ebeba NDC fo nso sa pepepepe both sides the same at the comment we dey enter the sticker so kai
We will pass it. Whatever they want to do, we will pass it at the right time. They can't do anything. We are in government. If they claim it will make us unpopular, why wouldn't they stop? Okay. But they know this is going to transform and change the lives of Kenyans. They know this is going to reverse the consequences of the COVID. They know this is going to put our fiscal space in the right perspective. And they are afraid that Ghanaians will continue to build their goodwill and confidence in this government. So please, we need a e-levy. And those who are saying that we should reduce it to 1% and go. Boss, if you want something to be reduced to a certain figure, you can't just make that arbitrary statement. You cannot project out of nothing. You should project out of properly done time series analysis with your data points, very convincing. Then we can understand that this is what we have to do.
Obi waka say adena NPP fo na wotwi om hwe NDC fo so kan wo nyina ye involve omo enwene Ghana yentimamufo na the majority leader a che say ono so wo sisi ebra ye ka say tax adoso omo so omo ba omo yi e-levy free said his excellency John Dramani Mahama kan ai ba ye omo yi free hwa na omo de d-levy enso ba ye and also what I say omo be said the nkania yen dudum no nti obo be tewo 1 cedi auto later bia fu ani ade a na je so omo yi free ha omo de akosa omo yi free omo de akosa omo be bia djuma mam the youth of this country ye bia ya enye no mo dwene na no so me hwe how NDC for defend this 1 cedi an omo so betete no se no be defend wo mara se be dwufi na nya se petwa afi omo kan ya se 1 cedi pe na je say wa won be so betwa no ye pepe 1 cedi pe wo de paso so obi ti ho adwuma kro nya bi nya no nya 1 cedi pe ni bi wo de nti de majority leader so tutwa ebra no mo so NDC ba ya o so dada Ghana fo ebeje abenwa no mo pekwa bi so asa je Ghana fo to tax no ye hwe no so maisia.
What is before us is not the e-levy. What is before us is the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill. And basically, it is saying that Ghanaians should give 1 cedi, one Ghana cedi each, when they buy a liter of fuel, so that we can end doom so. That's all. One cedis. All of us should contribute 1 cedi.
Abusuana ya na areho esre. Aya na se wunim se agrobi na penfo ni die hu. Eno echi na minority leader on Osahina Fino markets. And so you were true to say, or one tears here, when they tax you too.
Now you are bringing back e-levy. And then you say that the Ghanaian public will not feel it. Mr. Speaker, you repeal e-levy, reintroduce e-levy. That's what you are doing. What are you? This is the e-levy. You have introduced e-levy. Then you say that you run it through certificate of agency. Mr. Speaker,
honorable members,
the e-levy being introduced.
Honorable members, this is a house of record.
What is it?
Honorable members, this is a house of record. The bill introduced, which I have just referred, is Energy Sector Levies Bill.
It is e-levy.
So this is not electronic levy.
Mr. Speaker, what is Energy Sector Levy? Short form e-levy, is it not it? The energy. What is energy? Is it not E?
This is for Omuchan Trobebre. Every day, Obie Entra Omucha. And Rana Jo, someone in Amo, Omodi Dumso Levy Aba. Dumso Levy. Dumso Levy. So first, almost e-levy. Nayedi Aba. Omobeyi e-levy, no Omobeyi. And then Omodi Dumso Levy Aba. It is 8 times the e-levy. Omo ansusuan yo. And then uto 1 liter of petrol 1 cedi na ubetua. Uto 1,000 cedis of petrol ubetua 83 cedis. 83 cedis as tax. E-levy no usende obi 1,000 momwa ubetua 10 cedis. Omo ene umbetua 4,000 ubetua 83 cedis for fuel. We nimina more beba. By the time yebedu 2028 no Ghana nyina be hu se umutwa ntro bebre mimi gidi se umubeka nkyere yen se yensamba bio embafa aban no ensiesie Ghana.
But NPP but the same person be defending NDC ba want to say On the other hand, NDC nso te so a MP almost nkwafo be defend MPP nso ba was meant ase but omo refi say Ghana for na omo edi apro omo mwaye ene manfo aka kontrol South Africa na important ni na ye adwuma omo be bia adwuma ma youth na nya bi no ye was sitting allowance ye was dressing allowance ye was omo car hwan rent hwan omo gigi allowance we nyina na so omo nwene yan the youth of this country now the Cant a year tax omo sa dey back. And also, you could say, Master, if you know some good none of the ya, none say ya, none some good I feel the way so a best in that NDC for no MPs, ministers, no, they will defend it. Then NPP, MPs, no, almost so I can't say they be I criticize sao. NPP bars, NDC bars, they don't think about this country, the youth of this country, how to create employment. And then nipa over 2,000 something the war South Africa are stranded or moved or more. One university, one school, one science and Juma, or when the buffalo, a dear by now, even the tax are mobile so crime investors are okay, John Dramani Muhammad, the video that was see. So be about West Africa. No one have recourse, not Ghana, because Ghana tax was routine or the Jumano company about recourse. And still, John Dramani Muhammad by a Gushu across. I just say these two parties no and troning at Dana Dorson and troning at Dana Dorson. I was saying, said the Mimi Hunyama, said the month for Hunyama. Once you say no, see who tried to message for mommy. Tried to pay Yame. Now I shared this video. So Sky Channel, we ain't the course on 0.75 tax on mobile tin also a free one. Everybody, I'm on way. Young quote near with tin also once.
Attention of the House, especially since the finance minister is here. This announcement by Bank of Ghana of charging 0.75% when somebody transfers money from his bank account into his mobile money wallet. If the finance minister may recall, his government decided to repeal the e-levy law, and now Bank of Ghana is introducing the e-levy again.
Minority leader, I recognize.
That's why, Mr. Speaker, because the finance minister is here, and now they make an announcement that they have suspended it for.
You see, minority leader, with all due respect, when we operate within the rules, problems of this nature will not have it.
Very well. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, with respect, that's why I said
majority leader, you have the floor.
Yes, majority leader may intervene. Yeah, that this House operates with rules and must operate within its rules. We operate a governance architecture which also has within it the rule of necessity. The rule of necessity and prudence can both be invoked, and these provisions, when they are invoked, they supersede procedure. I know my law in the minimum. Mr. Speaker, the rule of necessity is inherent. Mr. Speaker, the rule of necessity is inherent. Mr. Speaker, what I said must not be looked at in its form, but the substance. We have a state institution that has made a public announcement to the effect that certain charges are being levied on the ordinary Ghanaian. That if you transfer money from your account into your mobile money wallet, you are being charged 0.75%. As a parliament,
Honorable Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I need
Honorable
to conclude.
Majority Leader, resume your seat. Honorable Minority Leader, kindly resume your seat.
Very well, Mr.
Kindly
Speaker.
resume your
Very
seat.
well.
Honorable members, I took the time to read the rules copiously, and I think the House agree with me that we need to operate within the rules. I was with the minority leader at conclave. He never mentioned it to me that he has a statement of this nature. It is urgent, therefore he needs my leave to make such a statement. I'm completely not aware of it. Operating within the rules, everything said by Minority Leader on his feet is ordered to be expunged from the record. Let's make progress. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I
Speaker, I believe that in making your orders, the Majority Leader responded to the record that you have ordered same to be expunged. In the spirit of fairness, if you do not want these records to be part of our records, then it is only fair, Mr. Speaker, that the very response to it must also be off our records in its entirety. Mr. Speaker, that would always only be fair because, Mr. Speaker, you cannot place something on nothing. If he says, Mr. Speaker, let us be fair. If you say that I did not follow the rule, and I'm not going to challenge you, it is part of your duty as a presiding officer. But then every single thing that was said in response with respect to the subject matter of these charges by Bank of Ghana must also go off the records, must be expunged accordingly, Mr. Speaker. That is my humble submission.
Honorable members, it is trite learning that you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. McFoy versus UAC. So consequently, everything that both leaders said are ordered to be expunged from the record, as if it does not exist. Everything that they said, after correction of vote and proceedings, everything said is ordered to be expunged from the records.
Speaker, the Deputy Finance Minister, these are matters between the leaders and the First Deputy Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that you...
I have not heard the Deputy Finance Minister.
Mr. Speaker,
I have not granted
Mr.
him the
Speaker,
floor.
I know he is the Deputy Finance Minister and carries some weight.
I have not granted him
Mr.
the
Speaker,
floor
but
to
I'm
speak.
bringing it to your attention that he himself must know that these charges that are being levied by Bank of Ghana,
Honorable
he should have come
Minority
to this
Leader,
house.
you are completely out of order. I again order that same speech be expunged from the record as if it does not exist. Yes, Majority Leader, by agreement, we have to go to commencement
yes, Mr.
of
Speaker.
public business.
Yes, so let's...
Presentation of papers, item numbered 8. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, let's vary the order paper and handle addendum.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yes, Minority Leader, the application is to vary the order of business and take the order
But the
paper
finance minister
addendum.
is here.
Mr. Speaker, you just spoke about the rules. It's also part of the rules to consult. Mr. Speaker, it is also part of our practice. Practices are part of the rules and laws of this house.
That's why it's rules and practices.
Mr. Speaker, he who comes to equity must do equity.
Now we're clear.
You know, but I won't demand my pound of flesh. I rest my case.
Order paper addendum at commencement of public business, item numbered A, by the minister responsible for finance. The item numbered A, B, C, and D are all standing in the name of the finance minister. So, finance minister, you have the floor. You may lay all of them together.
Annual report on the management of the energy sector levies and accounts for the year 2025. Reconciliation report on the Petroleum Holding Fund for the year 2025. Annual public debt management report for the 2025 financial year. Annual report on public-private partnership projects for the year 2025.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, are you taking the papers on the order paper addendum A, B, C, D as having been laid?
Yes, having been presented. Now I'm doing the referrals.
But Mr. Speaker, before you do make the referral, I'm referring to standing order 97, 2 and 3. I want to believe that the Minister of Finance is not desirous of making any brief statement or remarks on all the papers that he's laid. I want to be sure about that before I move on to 97.3.
Well, 97.3 allows you to make a request in the event the presenter of the paper did not give a short explanation. So you have the floor.
Right, Honourable Speaker, I want to invoke standing orders 97.3.
Yes, Finance Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the report that I laid this morning are 4 in number. The first one happens to be the annual report on the management of the energy sector levies and account for the year 2025. Mr. Speaker, this report details how the monies received and accrued to the state on the back of all the petroleum taxes were utilized, particularly the one relating to the management of the energy sector debt recovery. And so, Mr. Speaker, the details of the report, the details are in the report and has accordingly been presented to the committee for deliberation. And when the committee invites us, we'll go and present the details. Mr. Speaker, the second one relates to the reconciliation report on the Petroleum Holding Fund for the year 2025. Right, Honorable Speaker, this happens to be an obligation imposed on us as part of the Petroleum Revenue Management Act, that the minister responsible for finance must submit a report of the previous year to Parliament detailing what accrued to the state in terms of the petroleum funds and how this amount was used. And so, Mr. Speaker, I'm only presenting a report detailing what was accrued to the state and how we actually utilize the resources. Mr. Speaker, the next one happens to be the public debt report, the annual public debt report, which is largely informing Parliament Ghana's public debt situation. And Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to inform the House that Ghana, for the first time since 2013, have achieved a moderate risk of debt distress from unsustainable debt to high risk of debt distress and now a moderate risk of debt distress. And so it's only, all the details are in the report, and accordingly the committee will discuss that. Mr. Speaker, finally, I also submitted the annual report on public-private partnership project for the year 2025. Again, Mr. Speaker, this is also a statutory report, and we are under obligation to present public-private partnership projects to the House and also to look at future projects. Mr. Speaker, all the details are in the report, and we have accordingly submitted all the copies to the table office for distribution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, the item numbered A has been duly presented, and it is referred to the Finance Committee with the leadership of Energy joining for consideration and report. Item numbered B on the order paper, yes. Yes. Yes.
Speaker, with respect, I just want clarity. If you say the leadership of the Energy Committee should be added, what I want to know from the chair is whether or not there was any application by the majority side to have the Energy Committee leadership. If it's a joint referral, Mr. Speaker, I am of the view that if indeed we want some input from the Energy Committee or say another committee, let me be very hypothetical. Whenever there is a referral, my view is that if we want to make it joint, we should make it joint. Mr. Speaker, the practice of only leadership joining another committee, Mr. Speaker, I don't see the added value. If we want the full committee to participate, then, Mr. Speaker, I humbly suggest that make it a joint committee so that they bring a joint report. But the situation where the leadership of another committee sitting merely to observe or participate, Mr. Speaker, they don't become part of the record. How would their input be captured? How would their input be captured? So, Mr. Speaker, I believe that if you hold a view that there's a need to have the Energy Committee members on the committee to consider this referral, please, Mr. Speaker, kindly make it a joint committee rather than just leadership of Energy Committee joining the Finance Committee. Mr. Speaker, I humbly submit accordingly.
Honourable Majority Leader.
Well, yeah, Mr. Speaker, we developed this as a mechanism to make committees not too unwieldy. When you put two committees together, the numbers get frightening, and logistically it becomes difficult to manage the situation. And yet, the committee that substantively is dealing with the matter should benefit from a related committee's knowledge of the subject matter, and that's why we say the leadership should join. This mechanism has been deployed even in the work of the Appointments Committee. So we have elevated it from a practice, and in the case of the Appointments Committee, we have actually made it a rule where the Appointments Committee as a whole, in the case of the vetting of ministers of various sectors, then have the leadership of those sectors joining. So this is something that our rules is clearly normalizing. So I am surprised that my brother will be, raising objection to this practice. If we insist on joint committees, it will become very difficult.
Honorable Majority Leader, honorable members, the Minority Leader in raising the issue did admit that this is a practice. I have no good ground to depart from the practice. Therefore, the referral to the Finance Committee with leadership of the Energy Committee joining still stands. Item numbered B is referred to the Finance Committee for consideration and reports. And item numbered C on the order paper addendum is referred to Committee on Economy for consideration and reports. And the item numbered D on the order paper addendum is referred to Committee on Public Administration. Yes, Minority Leader, let me hear you.
Speaker, with respect, Mr. Speaker, I made an inquiry and I did not hear a response from the Majority Leader. My question was whether or not there was an application to the chair for the leadership of the Energy Committee to be added to the Finance Committee. But the Majority Leader did not respond to that.
Are you saying if there is no application by in the wisdom of the person presiding, leadership of the committee should join?
Mr. Speaker,
that cannot be done?
Mr. Speaker, the mainstay here is to get a clarification. If it is within your mandate as a presiding officer to exercise discretion, Mr. Speaker, then I rest my case. But I wanted to be sure whether they had made an application. Mr. Speaker, that was my prayer.
Yes, Honorable Richard Achampong.
Mr. Speaker, we have a difficulty here. The 2024 reports of all this, what the minister has just laid, are before the Finance Committee, of which we are going to present our report. So the first referral, we included the leadership of the Energy Committee. So this time, if you want to depart and give some to Public Interest Committee and Committee of Economy, there will not be consistency. Because already the 2024 reports are with the Finance Committee. So I think let's be consistent and maintain the referral as we did for the 2024. I'm providing information.
The order paper is talking about 2025 and you are talking about 2024.
Mr. Speaker, because those reports are still with the Finance Committee for consideration. Annual report on management of the energy sector levies, reconciliation report on the Petroleum Holding Fund for the year 2025, annual public debt management report for the 2025 financial year. He has referred them to Public Interest Committee.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I think we can go on. We can go on. Later we can look at it.
Very well.
Okay.
Very well. Referrals accordingly made. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable First Deputy Whip, in his argument, was talking about consistency. Mr. Speaker, raising consistency against the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and challenging the wisdom of the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that's a very serious matter. When a speaker has exercised a discretion, then you are saying that speaker is not being consistent. Mr. Speaker, he has to withdraw that.